Hey, this is Bett for Embodied Product. I'm excited to talk and dive into the ethics of a new world of abundance. I'm going to bring an integral evolutionary perspective based on spiral dynamics. And if you don't know about that, go check it out. It's really cool. As we stand on the brink of a world where we are creating nearly anything at almost zero cost, a fundamental question must be asked. Should we even build this? Our ability to create on demand at scale, at speed, with minimal friction is reshaping the very purpose of product development. What was once gated by feasibility is now primarily constrained by our values. And yet, most creators are still taking their cues from demand alone. Will people want it? Well, then we'll build it. But what happens when people want something that harms themselves and the planet and the whole system as a whole? This question isn't just technological, it's ethical, psychological, systemic, and deeply human. We need to move from desire to discernment. In this world of abundance, desire alone is a dangerous compass. I recently listened to an interview with a cartel member who creates fentanyl. And what he said in that interview is, hey, people want it. And this is echoed by other organizations that create harmful content. And I'll let you think about what that could be. For much of my early career, I was operating on the premise of what do my customers want? And let me build it. Thankfully, I was working at large companies that are wonderful, like GE and Verizon. But my success was measured by metrics of engagement, revenue, retention, not by the ethical impact of the product. As I've matured as a product leader, I need, and all of us need to start asking different questions. What is the deeper need beneath the desire? What would it mean to build something that helps humans evolve? What is the ripple effect of this product on the health of the person, the whole planet, and the system as a whole? There are 5 emerging ethical insights for the age of abundance. Number 1, just because we can does not mean we should. Abundance shifts the responsibility of innovation from is this feasible to foresight. We must think, not just can we build this, but should we? Ethical product creation means considering the long-term consequences before short-term wins. Desire is not a mandate. The market's desires are often misaligned with human flourishing. Addiction, distraction, exploitation, these all have markets, but ethical creators need to design for elevation and not compulsion. We must ask, does this product help people be better or just busier? Number 3, externalities become exponential. When scale is effortless, harm can spread with equal ease. A poorly thought through feature can now affect millions instantly. Product managers must adopt systemic thinking and map out potential unintended consequences across ecosystems. 4, AI is a moral amplifier. AI accelerates creation, but it is also a moral risk. Tools that generate code, images, language can also be used to heal or harm. Ethical frameworks must be embedded into design choices. The prompt isn't just, what will this do, but what could this do in the wrong hands? Number 5, from compliance to consciousness. Regulations lag behind innovation, and ethical leaders cannot wait for laws to catch up. We need a proactive moral compass shaped by interdisciplinary dialogue, community input, and the courage to say no to profitable but harmful ventures. I think back upon my time at various companies where I really was just thinking about the features that the customer wanted, but I wasn't really thinking about the implications or how else products could help that customer be more ethical, to maybe empower their workers even more. And I've definitely become more aware of how to rethink product management myself. What if our job wasn't just to deliver what customers want, but help them be more ethical, sustainable, and conscious in their own evolution. A good way to think about this is using the AQAL, all quadrants, all levels, created by Ken Wilber. This model gives us a useful map for understanding this shift. So the upper left corner is individual interior. Consciousness evolves, higher values emerge. People shift from seeking comfort to seeking meaning. Now, if we think about our customer base, people go from eating junk food to suddenly becoming aware of processed food and making time in their schedule to cook meals ahead of time or go to restaurants that take a little more time to prepare and use better ingredients. And so they slowly evolve as they are able to afford better meals, become more aware of their time management, and then they evolve to eating more healthy foods, which then help their health, help their focus. So that's an example of someone moving from a lower value of eating processed food and not really valuing the food that they bring into their body to a higher value of taking the time, prioritizing what they're putting in their mouth. Now let's look at upper right-hand corner. Individual exterior. Behaviors change, health, sustainability, and long-term thinking become priorities. So in our example, the consumer of processed food goes from, I just need to eat something right now, to how can I nourish my body so that I can see my grandkids and hold them and be strong enough to pick them up. And now let's look at lower left collective, the collective interior. Cultures evolve, norms shift away from exploitation towards ethics. So we're thinking about now regenerative farming and grass-fed farming and free-range chickens. We as a collective have told our companies, like, hey, I want you to take care of these animals. I want you to give them a good life for as long as they're going to live. So we as a culture are demanding this kind of ethical treatment of the animals that we eat. And then let's look at the lower right-hand corner, collective exterior. Systems adapt, supply chains, technologies, economies transform in response to the changing collective behavior. We can see a boom in regenerative farming. If you go to any store, they usually have an organic section. You can find free-range chicken and eggs. And these are all changing because consumers want this higher quality and also to feel good about the food that we're eating that is being built and created with care for the whole system, the ecosystem of what we're eating. So this little AQAL map is a really good way, and we were just looking at that one example of the consumer eating the processed food, moving, and the whole system has now provided that food at bringing all those pieces together through the whole all four quadrants. There are levels of product managers. We just talked about how the consumer is changing and how the ecosystem and the whole culture is changing, but there's also a change in mindset of a product manager. So I like to think of this as levels of product manager from execution to ethics. So just as human consciousness overall is evolving, so does the practice of product management leadership. So at the beginning, when you're a new product manager, you're going to be very task-oriented, fulfilling feature requests, reactive, metric-driven. Number two, you move to customer-centric, solving real-world user problems, empathetic, but still market-bound. Number three, strategic. Now you're aligning with business goals and trends, and you're visionary, but you may be now missing that ethical nuance, systemic ethical. Now we're designing for society, planetary, future generations. We're proactive, principled, and grounded in a multi-perspective awareness. So as you reflect upon this levels of product, think about it. Where are you right now? How would you like to change to think about how this product that you're developing could be even more systemically blessing the world, as I like to say, a gift to the whole planet? In conclusion, I would like to make a call for integral product stewardship. Now, capitalism has helped humanity grow, and we all benefit from it. It helps us lift ourselves up, our families up, and provide for our community. The market gives us a lot of data, helps us understand what is needed and what is wanted. But we can't just stop there. We have to keep going. We have to go to the next. Conscious capitalism is one of the ways that people think about how to move forward. And I want to bring this to product management. How can we as builders become stewards of the future, not just servants of demands? The question is no longer, what do people want, but what kind of world do we want to live in, and how can our products help build that? If you've enjoyed this content, please click like, subscribe, share with a friend, put a comment in the comments about other frameworks or ways to think about the ethics of products in this new world of abundance. I have coaching available at bettbollhoefer.com. I would love to meet with you and talk to you about your vision and your product. I have a lot of other tools and things on my website, including a free workbook to help you brainstorm your product. I have a lot of different training on this YouTube channel. So come back, look through the list of videos, and take some time to really dive deep into your product. This is Bett signing out.